let go.
Today, I will tell you the life of Tatsuya and Miyuki's university life. If you have finished the LN, then you only know about the high school life of Tatsuya. But there's a second part of the LN also, which is commonly known as Magian Company. Magian Company is the first volume in the Mahouka Kauku no Redise light novel sequel. During Shiba Tatsuya's turbulent high school life, he has defeated countless formidable enemies. He has now set in motion the realization of his new ambitions. The General Incorporated Association, Magian Company. The purpose of the organization to which Tatsuya was appointed the managing director of is to implement protections to guarantee the human rights of magicians whom possess a magical aptitude yet are not able to reach a practical level. While being a college student, Tatsuya has steadily moved towards securing a new era where magicians can live as ordinary humans rather than as living weapons. For Tatsuya, whose influence has surpassed that of other strategic class magicians, the direction in which he has chosen to go has naturally attracted the attention of others from around the world. An assassin from the Magician Association Farron the Uzna is sent to investigate the direction Tatsuya has chosen to go. Now, let me tell you the first chapter of their university life. April 24, 2100. 10:20 a.m. Tatsuya arrived on board the British Royal Navy's aircraft carrier, Duke of Edinburgh in the Indian Ocean. He had been flown to it aboard a supersonic aircraft that reached this location in under 2 hours from Japan. On board the ship are Ashok Chandrasekhar, Ila Krishna Shastri and William MacLeod. This was chosen as the location for the signing of the charter for the Magian Society. MacLeod is the witness, Chandrasekhar is the representative and Tatsuya is the deputy representative of the organization, signed the charter. Even though the International Magic Association (IMA) already exists, for magicians whose skills are on a practical level or could hold a significance for the military are all that matter to the organization. The reason the IMA is such a powerful organization is because of the fact that its original purpose was to have magicians defend against nuclear weapons. Though they would deny this, Chandrasekhar and Tatsuya know that the premise of the organization is based upon the use of magic for military use. Based off this, the purpose of the Magian Society is to protect the human rights of magicians, regardless of their magical potential. Instead of trying to change the IMA as they are now, the thought behind creating the Magian Society was to allow for magicians to discreetly use their magic for self-defense, instead of having to do so forced upon them by the state. The Magian Society is headquartered in Galle, Sri Lanka. Prior to this, the Indo-Persian Federation, IPU, relinquished sovereignty over Sri Lanka. The United Kingdom, UK, supported this move for independence. Its independence was done on the premise of the establishment of the Magian Society's creation. It was chosen in part because of the fact that Tatsuya, whom has military power that surpasses that of other nations, possesses the ability to reach the island. MacLeod nor the Japanese government have any power over the Magian Society. He isn't a member, though the reason he is present is in representation of the UK government, which has taken the position to support the human rights of magicians in comparison to the countries on mainland Europe. The other reason the UK is supporting the Magian Society is because of the vehement rejection of the IMA when it comes to the political position of the UK on matters magicians. At the same time, the government affairs of Sri Lanka are separate from the organization. The signing ceremony coincided on the day of Tatsuya's 21st birthday. The ceremony ended at 2 p.m. and afterwards, Tatsuya and the others had a luncheon meanwhile answering questions of others, and it wasn't until 5:30 p.m. that he get back aboard his supersonic aircraft that then took off for Japan. Yutsuya Tetsu, now called Atani Tetsu, is a former pilot for the National Defense Air Force, whom retired due in part to how horribly the military mishandled the Miyaki Island and New Soviet Union (NSU) invasions. He is from the 100 Families, the Yutsuya family, and changed his name when he went to work for Tatsuya 3 years back so as to cut off his relations to his family. He is the pilot of the aircraft instead of Hanabishi Hayago because of the fact that Hayago doesn't have the qualifications to fly such an aircraft. Over the past 3 years, the development of Miyaki Island has progressed rapidly and the scenery has changed dramatically. It is still owned by the Yutsuba family, but the infrastructure development due to outside influences has increased as well. Miyuki and Lena are waiting for Tatsuya as he arrived home. Lena is still on loan to the Yutsuba family and has been guarding Miyuki as well. Lena was adopted by Aoba, but she still goes by Angelina Kuju Shields. They discuss Tatsuya's trip and speculate about the UK's position considering the EU's stance towards magicians. Tatsuya is called to the dining room, where Miyuki has arranged a birthday gathering for Tatsuya. Shizuku wanted to hold the party for Tatsuya, but with the upcoming opening of the Magian Company he had to refuse. Miyuki has finally gotten over calling Tatsuya Oni-sama and is now comfortable calling him Tatsuya-sama. Tatsuya is turning 21 years old today, so Lena and Miyuki prepared some champagne and cake for him. They discussed the meaning of Magian as well as the location of the Magian Society. Lena ends up getting too drunk. April 25th. Tatsuya, Miyuki and Lena head to a prestigious hotel in Tokyo. A ceremony is being held to celebrate the growth of the stellar furnace plant. As one of the main investors, the Kitayama family is the host for this party. Hanoka and Shizuku approach Tatsuya and wish him a happy birthday. Hanoka asks for some of Tatsuya's time after the party, but is admonished by Lena and Miyuki. Shizuku then asks for a brief meeting with Tatsuya. She asks Miyuki and Lena to come along. Shizuku's father led the toast and announced the new name for the joint company with Tatsuya. It's called Stellar Generator Incorporated. Tatsuya is then introduced as the developer of the stellar furnace. Tatsuya gives a short speech and decides to announce the Magian Society and explain its establishment as well as its purpose. He also announces the establishment of Magian Company, which will carry out the activities to achieve the goal of the Magian Society. The volumes of this LN is still releasing. The first volume was released on 10th October 2020 and the second volume has been released on 10th April 2021. Now, if you want to know more about the anime, then just click on the pop-up videos. Thanks for watching and see you guys in the next video.